days.
Yeah.
So, welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream.
Good morning.
For Friday, the 28th of August.
This year's going by so fast and so slow all at the same time.
Pumpkin spice season.
I don't know. I think it's, I think it's going by super fast.
I feel like March and April were like 6 years long.
For you.
For me, yeah.
So that seemed really fast. Blink and it's gone. 90 some odd degrees today, bad air. You can smell the smoke.
Yeah.
It was so bad last night. At one point, I asked Google what the air quality was, and it was 266, which I don't ever remember having seen it that bad here. So they canceled school for the kids again this morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Very quick update. Some folks called and asked yesterday what the story was with the most recent update. We are still suggesting that people postpone that update, but to highlight, if you installed the update and there wasn't a problem,
then you're fine.
Then you're fine. And quite frankly, they're not finding, in all of their testing, they're not finding an actual problem with the update. It is not like you're having problem. Like, we have gotten a bunch of calls with people going, what am I looking for? Because they're looking for problems. If you had a problem, you'd know you had it.
You'd know right away.
Yeah, you'd know you had it. So if you installed the update and it went without a hitch, you're fine. The word from both companies is that they are not seeing overt or corruptions in those files. The challenge is that the file is huge. So for the first time, they lumped both the upgrade and the video updates in one file. So it's like half a gig. It's a massive file.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, we live in an area, like, so for those of you who are outside of the area, we have seemed to have greater number of reports here than in many areas of people struggling with that update. That may have to do with the fact that we have large portions of our overall service area where people have slow internet. And so I've not yet heard a plan of action from Brother, but Baby Lock has essentially said, yeah, you're right to tell your people to wait. There'll be, you might have noticed on the update page at Baby Lock 2.05 is there again. And the part of the reason for that is one of the solutions for folks who've struggled with the upgrade is downgrading back to 2.05 and then waiting to install the larger update. What they're going to do is split the update. So I already have that half update file in the store. They sent that to me early last week. We've used it on a couple of machines without issue. But the on the 1st of September, they said they will probably make an announcement that that update has been split in half.
Oh, cool.
And so there'll be essentially the actual update file and then the video files. And once again, I'll just repeat it for anybody who missed it or is still trying to figure out what they're going to look for in their machines to see if it's gone wrong. You would know if it went wrong.
You would know, like, right away.
You'd know if it went wrong. So, I have had a handful of those calls with people that are like, I've been looking at my machine all day to figure out what went wrong. Nothing went wrong. You would know. Something wouldn't work. So, and we know how to fix that too. So, if it's automatically updated and everything's good, you're good. If you've had a problem, of course, we're here for you. We're going to get it fixed and get everything back up and running. But if you haven't installed that update, hit the pause button, look for some messaging from Baby Lock. And my guess is Brother's not that far behind. When I talked with the powers that be at Baby Lock, they are in very close contact with Brother And it's been cross-platform, so it's not like there are problems in one brand and not the other. We've seen a very small number of issues with both. Nothing to be significantly concerned about. Do we have to update again when the new one is released? Melinda, if you've already updated to 3.04, your upgrade is actually embedded in that. So, I mean, that upgrade process is they just go through the certification.
Yeah.
So that is what is going on. And, you know, it's funny. I don't know too many other dealers that are talking about it, but we saw enough problems early on to tell people, hey, hit the pause button. Let's avoid any issues, and that's that. So you'll see additional issues, additional updates from us.
Additional issues.
as you know, we're made aware. Kimberbell Day at the Fair is going on right now.
Yeah,
we were kind of talking right before we hit start as, you know, kind of how many people are going to be here, how many people are at Kimberbell Day at the Fair. Remember, etiquette-wise, if you're watching both, pay more attention to Jeannie so I don't get pinched when I get home. If Jeannie was here, she'd be like, grr! Like, you know, getting me because she's like, don't talk about that. What as the water boy said, what mama don't know won't hurt her.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll watch this tonight.
Yeah. So what else do we have to talk about?
I'm gone next week.
Shauna's gone next
go
week.
Easy
So
on
we
that.
are going to try to keep Shauna and Alex focused today.
Yes.
And tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, that is true. So we will be shorthanded next week. Be kind. Be patient. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot on the calendar for next week so that we can kind of have all the remaining hands on deck, but we will be a little shorthanded next week.
Although Alex said he's going to come in on Tuesday.
I would love that. I would love that.
Tuesdays are so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if Alex did that, you know, that's why we love you guys. But I'm not asking him.
He was like, you go clean and I'll go to work. And I was like, okay.
Is that how it works in your household?
That's how, I mean, at least, like, finishing up the apartment, he's like, I want you to, like, really clean it, because I suck at cleaning, and I was like, okay, what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna go to work.
That's funny. That's funny, because I was kind of freaked out about not having them all week next week.
Tuesdays are really busy.
It is giveaway Friday.
Yes, it's Friday.
So, the way that works for anybody who's new, I think most of you ladies know exactly how that works, but you gotta say something online.
You have to leave.
That doesn't mean talk to your screen. It means say hello.
And also, we had some questions yesterday, like if people could just do the thumbs up, and that doesn't count. It has to be like a physical comment that you like type in and hit comment. Because likes don't apply to it. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you like the video,
can't just
like it. You actually have to comment on the video on YouTube or on Facebook to be put into the raffle. If you like it, it doesn't count. I mean, we like that you like it.
Right. So you actually have to comment
like
then.
Like a physical comment. We have to be able to see your name with your comment.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Whatever you want to say. That puts you in. We do a separate video, sometimes as long as the day after. With a random comment picker.
I'm excited for today's deal, or not deal of the day, but
giveaway.
The giveaway. I'm very excited.
I mean, they've all been good ones. But the for those of you on YouTube, we go in and make a comment before we do the random comment picker, and if it chooses us, then they're generally only like 5 or 6 or 7 comments on YouTube.
Yes.
And as a result, good morning, Celeste. As a result, if it does pick us, we pick somebody from YouTube.
We'll like
kind of random out of a hat
and pull it out.
Oh, so giveaway. What is it today?
So it is the gem. So some of you might already have this because this is something that
we've done
Jamie
it
and
as a deal of the
yes.
day.
But we really like, I really like it because all of these little tools that come with it, not only is it like really small, you could just put in a basket under your sewing table, but it has these tools and attachments that can actually go in your bobbin area, and you can clean it out, and it's going to get all the lint out and all the thread out. You could also clean your car and your couch and dust with it. Like, that's why I like it.
Well, and it was funny, somebody at one point asked me, like, with this, they're like, what if I want to reach into something like the cup holders in their car?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what this is for. So, you know, it does come with the little couple foot hose.
This detaches, so you can do like your baseboards, you could do the corners of bookshelves.
Yeah, it's
I like cleaning.
Great, very powerful little vacuum Birocar.
Open up, and like then you just like dump this out and clean that out, and then all the...
That's funny, the filter's gone from this one.
And then all the goods are gone.
So
it's super easy to
normally $59. So someone has the opportunity to win today, but definitely make sure that you make your comment.
Yes.
Yours will be brand new, unopened.
Yes.
With the
This is
filter.
just our demo one.
So
I think it's totally awesome.
So so little note on that, I'll just touch on it. So you've got to be gentle, because I have seen a couple of machines that have come in where people have like taken their little vacuum, and so when you clean out your bobbin area, you don't want to use compressed air, because that basically blows everything into the back of the machine.
You do need that,
and you can actually see the people who do that, like, and every now and then, if you go back through our Facebook feed, like, you'll see pictures of these machines where the bobbin area looks pristine, it's all like shiny and clean, and then we open the clamshell to the machine, and it's like somebody stuffed a sweater the whole way through the machine. Everything's just blown all the way into the back of the machine, and that's actually where all the important stuff is, where everything's turning, where your belts are, and
it would be a great,
you know, timing gear, etc. So just remember, you definitely want to use a vacuum, not compressed air, to clean that stuff out. That said, Shauna had put the little top on this in your feed dog area, and in your with the high-end baby locks, this is a little bit less likely because their design is a little bit less spring heavy. But for like our high-end Janome customers, like Viking Fop, a lot of those machines have a ton of springs in that area. And so one of the things that we have seen, and it's not like it's a pandemic of it or an epidemic of it, but like we have seen those machines where people come in and they go, it's not working, and then when we get into it, we realize either the springs are missing, or the springs have been knocked off, or the springs have been totally stretched out. And so you've got to be gentle in those areas, and a great way to do it is to really take a look and just make note of where those springs are, and just, you know, be careful when you move around those areas. I
mean, you wouldn't want someone being all rough on your insides, so be nice to your machine.
So that is the giveaway today.
Yes.
Deal of the day. You guys are.
It is going to be. So it kind of ties into the scan and cut demo that we're going to be doing. So it's Misty Fuse. So this, Michelle says she loves it, and I've never used it with my scan and cut before, so I'm really excited to see how it cuts. But it's like a really ultra thin fusible, it's double-sided fusible.
Yes. It does not change the hand of the fabric.
It doesn't change the hand of the fabric. That's amazing. I don't use steam, I don't use steam machine with my scan and cut because it's like thick and goopy and gunky. And I actually have, I'm just going to show a little bit.
That's right.
Here,
like,
you guys, do you want to just move right into this stuff? Can you see it's like
slightly glossy, but it doesn't feel like sticky, and that's why I like the Brother Applique stuff so much, is because it's really smooth and it's not sticky. So when Michelle showed me, it's even thinner. It's even thinner. So I think this stuff is so cool, and it feels great. Like, it doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel sticky. I mean, feel it, Patrick. What do you think?
This is what they need to be using at Big Truck.
Yeah. So I think this stuff is totally great and fantastic. This is so cool, and I just was introduced to it, but I know most of you are probably familiar with it by now if you're doing a lot of applique. So it is it's 20% off online, and it's under the promotions page on our website. I think it's like $6.80, and
Did we track
it's super
quantity?
delicate. Yeah, so we only have 9.
So we do have more coming,
Yes.
but the first 9 orders will get theirs right away.
Yep.
So we are watching that too.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Yeah,
just
we'll
want to
do.
do?
Are you ladies so excited?
It's
Michelle is so amazing. I have like mush brain right now.
You have right.
I have mush brain with like the wedding and moving and like trying to like get everything together, trying to figure out how to turn on the water. It was like the most challenging thing.
Did you guys
to do
go
this
out
week.
and actually turn on your water?
No, we have to like submit forms and the deed and both of our IDs and like fill out all this paperwork, and I was like, why is turning on the water so much work? Like I just called NV Energy and it's turned on. I don't know. But oh, it is 20 inches by 90 inches, so 20 inches by 2.5 yards. That's the size.
The package is misleading. It's there's a lot.
Yeah, there's actually. I mean, it's kind of hard to see.
Michelle
but
was
there's a
just
lot in
saying,
there.
I don't
It's
know if
really
you guys
folded
could
over
actually
itself.
hear, but one of the things that Michelle just said is the package is kind of misleading. There's a lot of
Maybe
it in
if I
there.
like hold it this way, and it's really thin,
It's
so
super
it's
thin,
folded
so
over on itself a
Open the
lot.
top,
Oh yeah, I'll just pop it open, and
because you want to see how thin it is.
it is really, really thin.
See, it's
Like, do you
a lot
see?
of- lot of
This
layers
is
there.
this is one layer, and look how much you're getting. Isn't that crazy? It is so thin. Oh my god, you can see through it. Yeah, you get a lot. Alberta wants 5. Alberta wants 5 of them. You ladies are so wonderful.
They are.
Okay, I'm gonna shove this back in the bag, and then we will get started with Scan and Cut. But as I was saying, Michelle is so wonderful, and she is so creative. I would have never thought to use a built-in design. This is so exciting. Okay, let me turn on our little Scan and Cut.
Sneak in and take your chair. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So we switched places since I clearly missed the take-up lever. So Michelle, I'm gonna show you a little of the after. Look how cute this is. This is a built-in cut file on the Scan and Cut. It's like a little orange. It's so cute. So
Wrinkle it up so they can see how thin the Misty Fuse is.
Oh yeah, I could like.
So if you like to quilt and you like to do applique for your
Yeah.
quilts, this is not going to change the hand of your fabric.
Yes. I think that's so
So
incredible.
it's really
I think
it's
that's
very
incredible
cool.
because a lot of the stuff I do, it ends up being like pretty thick. So this Misty Fuse stuff is kind of like life-changing.
It is.
So we are going to go into patterns, and we're just going to pick out our design. And it's under this one here with the food. And then here's our little orange. So we're leaving it as is, the size. And then we're going to pick A and set it. And then we're going to add B and set it. And then we're just going to scoot them on over. And this let me tell you, it's already been cut. But
You know,
I'm gonna-
Shauna was
I'm gonna
moving last
scan
night.
it. I have been slowly going over to the house and bringing stuff over, and it's been crazy. But
So this is my almost beat to death fabric
Yes.
mat. It's a prototype, ladies. It's still the same prototype.
It's so
I have been using
sticky.
it since January.
It's so sticky.
So pass those other 2 pieces over.
Oh, here you
Yeah.
go. And then I'm gonna scan this in just so you can see scanning, because I don't think we did that in the last one. But this icon right here is how you scan in your mat, so you can lay the pieces directly over the fabric that you have. So I'm gonna scan and start. And I'm just gonna put my hand behind it and kind of guide it up so it doesn't fall off the table.
Is that necessary if you're on a larger table?
No, not at all. there's also like cords back here and stuff, and I don't want it to get like knocked over. So I can just place these over my fabric. So if you have little pieces of scrap fabric and you're doing small appliques, this is perfect because then you can scan it in and place it perfectly over it. But since Michelle is such a doll and already cut these, I'm just going to pull them off. So I'm going to start here. There's our orange, that's the background. And oh, the satisfaction of a clean pull.
So I decided on the orange last night. You know, every time when you come into stores, I really listen to what you say. And a customer came in not too long ago and said, oh, I never cut cards. I never do crafting. I don't need any of the built-in designs. Did someone tell you you could only use the built-in designs to cut cards with? Because we're using one of the built-in designs to cut fabric.
Yes.
Nothing's off the table. So
cute. How cute would that be as a table runner?
yeah, absolutely. So what I did with the first one is I did some homework last night because I knew Shauna was going to be busy tonight. But this was actually, today is for our sewers.
Yes.
This did not use any type of technology other than what you could do with this beautiful little 950 machine. So I fused it, and I used a traditional blanket stitch. And then this is very, very soft and squishy. You could do whatever quilting technique you wanted. Now, let's say that you do have one of the higher end machines and you have Design Center. Same thing, scanned it into Design Center and put a stipple stitch around it. So lots of possibilities there. This one,
you could do that in software as well.
I was going there. You burst my bubble here. So for my software people, I didn't do it last night because to me it was about the sewing people today. But anything you save out of your Scan and Cut comes out as an FCM file. You can import that directly into PE Design software. With Palette, you need to go through Scan and Cut Canvas. I'm working on that one with you because Palette doesn't have the Scan and Cut tab, but PE Design does. So you just take the
look how cute her keychain is.
You just take the USB right out of the Scan and Cut with the orange saved on it, take it right to your computer that's loaded with PE Design 11, and you import it, and boom, it's an embroidery design when it comes in. You can make an applique, you can put an old-fashioned, actually with this, you can actually tell the software to do that really nice little blanket stitch. I have to go very slow. I don't remember actually how to do it. It's been such a long time, but it was really kind of fun. So I'm going to put this underneath the machine now, and hopefully I can see to sew. I first want to see where my drop is. Let's see if I can do this. So do I get a prize if I make it work?
Yes. How wonderful is that?
I think the feed dogs are dropped.
Oh, I think Jeannie was doing free motion on it.
Okay, can I get them back up?
Yeah, so we'll just pull this and pop it up.
It's good if the fabric moves.
That would be good, huh?
I have it going really slow because
she has no foot pedal.
I have no foot pedal, so yeah, and at some point I'm going to have to stop and pivot here, and I'm looking for the button to lift the foot. So but it's all good. So this is really more about the sewers can actually benefit from these built-in patterns too.
Yes. Think about how cute it would be to do like a summer kitchen set with that, like a tea towel.
Yeah, you know
and,
what?
like,
There's a
some
bunch
pot
of different
holders.
fruit designs in there.
And like a little table runner. That'd be so cute.
And I won't tell them this. Well, maybe I will tell them this because, they know I love to tease them. If you don't have Scan and Cut Canvas and you have a Scan and Cut, you're missing out because there's a bunch of free designs on Scan and Cut Canvas that you can use as well.
They upload free designs and instructions and videos.
Projects, everything.
Like, pretty much at least like 2 or 3 times a month. Like there's always new stuff on there.
Okay, sewers, I love you all. And I have showed you how you can do this, but this girl's going back to her automatic knee lift.
Yeah.
But you can see how that was just done. That's that little built-in blanket stitch that's on virtually every model, I think, of machine that I have found.
It's even on the mechanical
It's even on the mechanicals, yeah.
It's so cute. I'm like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's so stinking cute.
So I think that this will go farther. I'm loving Scan and Cut Fridays, aren't you?
Yes, they're so fun.
It's so much fun to push the Scan and Cut and see what it can do.
Yes.
So, yeah, the Misty Fuse, I love this. So if you can
I'm
see
totally
how
impressed
floppy
by it.
this is with the Misty Fuse on it, it really doesn't change the fabric, the hand of the fabric
It
much.
doesn't make it like super stiff.
It does not, and
yeah, I think that's awesome.
I was telling Shauna when I got in, the first time I used this stuff, I absolutely hated it. I hated it, and I thought, oh, it was user error. So user error happens
Yes.
to all of us. I did not follow the package directions, so I had a bunch of it. I thought, well, I'm going to give it one more try, and I love it now.
It's incredible.
It
It's
is.
totally incredible.
Totally doesn't change the hand of your fabric.
And it cut beautifully on the
It
skin
did.
and cut
It
too.
did.
Does it gum up needles
No.
or anything like that?
No.
It's so
This is the only other thing I've ever used besides the Brother
Yeah.
Scan and Cut. And the Scan and Cut applique doesn't gum up your needles either, but this really doesn't gum up your needles. And I don't have
And it's so thin.
I don't have
can't get over how
anti-stick
thin.
needles.
Yeah.
For the sewing part, I just had a
Like a
universal
standard, yeah.
a universal 80 needle, and for the one I did, I changed to an embroidery needle when I put it on the
That's
machine.
awesome.
So.
Beautiful.
So don't think that you can only do vinyl with the designs that are built into the Scan and Cut.
Yes.
Although we could do an orange on the cut
Ooh,
to match
yes.
to match that
Make
set.
a whole kitchen set.
So, Misty Fuse, deal of the day. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Just make sure that you have
On these
applique pressing sheets.
the right side of the fabric was down.
Yes.
Yeah, because on that fabric mat, it's so sticky. It really just wants the weave of the fabric. So you would cut with. So if you were doing something like letters, make sure you mirror them.
image them, yes. But I have cut it with a Misty Fuse down, and
Yeah.
the reason I didn't for today is, again, if you don't fuse it completely tight and they cut it with the Misty Fuse down, it's so fine. And
Does
the
it stick to the
fabric mat is so sticky that the Misty Fuse says, oh, I don't want to stick to the fabric. I
my
would rather stick to the
goodness.
mat.
Oh,
So
my
that's why I
goodness.
cut it upside down. And I did rotate. And again, you can rotate, you can mirror image on your Scan and Cut, but if you're one of these that likes everything organized,
Yeah.
I do it all in Scan and Cut canvas and then
Oh,
send it to my
yeah.
Scan and Cut.
Then
because
it's
then I
just
can
all
do,
done at once.
It's
You
all
can
at once. I
select
can
them all and
mirror
mirror
image,
it.
I can
Yes.
resize if necessary, it's ready to cut when I get there.
I think that was wonderful. And it looks like the ladies like it. I learned something new too.
So are we liking the every other Scan and Cut?
Yeah, do you like
Fridays?
every other Scan and Cut Friday?
Good
I think
morning,
it's so fun. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you comment so you can win a brand new gem. A brand new gem. This is that's like a nice tool to have just around the house.
I don't have a good relationship with any vacuum. I've never met a vacuum that I could actually be bonded with. I might like that one.
I think
might
you'll
like
like
that
it.
one.
I really like it.
But
You know what
but I'd have to hide it from my husband because right now he does all the vacuuming because he knows I have a bad relationship with our vacuum. So,
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
We need to get you into a good relationship with it.
oh no, I don't. Why would I want to do that now?
Because then you'd have to vacuum. You're right.
Yeah,
We'll just
you got
keep,
it.
We'll keep
This
him
girl is
vacuuming.
not stupid.
Oh my goodness.
So,
But if you're like me and you just throw all of your little threads onto the floor, this would be a good alternative instead of getting all of those little threads wrapped around your vacuum roller, like the little beater bar that spins around.
yeah.
This would save, at least for me, it saves me a lot of arguing because Alex is like, you're ruining the vacuum, and I'm like, I'm just vacuuming. So now he vacuums.
Look at good morning, back to class. You go,
You
Carol.
ladies! Oh,
We're glad you're here, but
goodness.
you better go back before Jeannie gets mad at us
She's
too.
gonna get mad.
So the cat's away and the mice are gonna play.
Yes.
Well, I just found out I need to run home to help furniture guy do something too. So
Okay.
Ooh, now the mice
all the
are
cats
really...
are gonna be away.
Yeah.
at some
Ooh, the
point
mice
today.
are gonna start.
We're gonna
Scurry. All right.
Okay. Well, make
can
sure
make
you
it
leave
Scan
a
and Fret
comment.
Friday, every
Yes.
Friday. Not every Friday, because you know what? We want to leave you
Yes.
waiting for more.
Yes. Yes.
Who gets to do this for me? He is wonderful. Good.
Aw,
Good.
So fun. So nice.
So you know what's cool is if you miss us every Friday, just on next Friday morning, just go back and play one of the first two ones we actually did.
Yes.
So, what do we want to do next? Do we want to do something with Rhinestones next?
Ooh, yes.
So-
Yes. I think that would be so fun.
So Rhinestones are up next in 2 weeks.
Yes. Yes.
And Shauna
so
and I
stay tuned.
will
And I know
dazzle
if
you again.
If you have the 230 DX, then you have the little rhinestone kit.
It came with the starter kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you've taken our classes like 2 or 3 years ago, you might also have the rhinestone kit if you were part of Scan and Cut Club, because we did like a little koozie with it.
Yeah, you know, I think what it is sometimes they forget because they don't use it, or they don't see. You know, sometimes you just need an inspiration on how to use it.
Yes,
But for me, it's a dare. It's like when you come in and say, "Oh, I never cut vinyl. I don't need any of the built-in designs." It's like,
let me
"Oh,
show
I'm
you."
going to show you why you do need them.
Yes. Yes.
So it's seeing it in a different way. Yeah. So rhinestones are up because I'm a sparkly gal.
We already have people in the parking lot. So make sure you leave a comment, so you can win. And then the Misty Fuse is on the website as the deal of the day. It's 20% off. And they are like limited quantity, so I would go on and order it now. And then we do have them on order. Yeah, they're coming in.
We're going to use it for the Halloween quilt too.
Yes.
So.
Oh, and that's also on the website too.
It is?
If you have not signed up for the Halloween quilt, I recommend. Do you have to have a backing on it when
Judy,
you iron?
that's what's really important. You must have 2 applique pressing sheets, or you need to have an applique pressing sheet that's big enough for you to fold in half.
Let me grab one so I can see what that looks like.
There is no backing on it. That's the beauty of it. There's nothing there. It just looks like it looks like a spider web when you open it up from the package. And you just cut it to the size that you need, and then you press it between 2 applique pressing sheets. So, yeah, the idea would be, can we put that down on this? Can we show that? So it would be there, and then I'd put the Misty Fuse, and I'd iron this way, and then I flip it over like a pancake and iron on the other side, too.
And this one in particular is the Goddess pressing sheet.
Ooh,
and this
I want something that says Goddess.
Right? This was, Jeannie really liked this one. We did have another one, but we found that after, like, heavy usage with it, it wasn't adhering as well. When is Scan and Cut Club coming back? Well, you know,
we could do that.
We could do Scan and Cut Club. If enough people are interested. We had like a ton of people, and I would pull from like tons of random, like we would do cards, and then we would do something with fabric, and then we would do sewing, and we were just kind of switching between everything, and it lost some steam because it was kind of just like a little bit of everywhere. But that way everyone could have been included in it. So maybe...
And actually, can we tell them what we talked about yesterday?
Yeah.
So Shauna and I are going to do the Holiday Cafe. Is that what we decided? The Holiday Cafe.
Yes.
And so each of us are going to do, we're going to pick our favorite holiday project, and it's not going to be a long project. It's going to be something that can be done in about an hour or less. It may be on software, it may be on Scan and Cut, it may be on the embroidery machine, it may be a sewing project, it may be a card project, it might be a Scan and Cut project. But we're coming up with a series of projects. Alberta needs a goddess. She's a goddess. She needs a goddess.
She needs a goddess.
So we are going to put this together. So we'll be telling you more about that later as we get all of the details ironed out. But it'll be, what did we say? It was going to be 3 days with each of us or something?
Yeah. And I think that'll be
not all day
fun.
long. Not all day long.
No. It'll be like a class or two.
A class or two.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of like a mini event.
Get the steam back in it. Oh, Melinda, I have steam. I have way more steam than I need.
So, I think that's gonna be really fun. And as we like sort through it a little bit more, we'll update you. Of course.
Joanne needs a goddess too.
Okay, let me grab some goddesses. How many goddesses do we have? Let's see.
Okay, so how many goddesses are out there?
1, 2, 3, 4 left.
Okay, so 4 more of you can have goddesses.
And these we'll put on order too. They haven't been ordered because I didn't realize we would be mentioning them today.
Well, and I think it's good. I mean, I think that applique pressing sheets are a necessary.
Oh, these are like must-have.
They're a necessary part of anybody's sewing room. If you do any kind of applique, even if it's machine applique and you put a fusible on the back, you need it. It's not an embroidery product.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I think it's so neat. Okay.
We have to go to work.
Thank you so much. Yes, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I love
So
working.
the cats are away, the mice have to work, and then when the mice aren't working, we're going to play. And
Yes.
so we might have a Shauna and Michelle project of the day that Jeannie comes back to, and we've hidden all of her stuff.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
And make sure to comment, and we'll see you, hopefully,
Okay,
within
Melinda
the
wants
next few
one.
hours. Okay,
Melinda
we'll
wants-
set one aside for
Thank you,
too,
Alberta.
Melinda.
We do make a good pair, don't we?
Oh.
The Michelle and Shauna show.
Yes.
Or the Shauna and the Michelle. The Shauna and the Michelle show.
We will see you all later. I hope you all have a great weekend.
Susan Daniels need
I'm
a
setting
goddess.
it aside for you.
So we have
Sue.
one more left. Two more left.
Two more left.
We'll check the comments again later so that
Yes.
you have a chance to tell us
forth.
if you need your goddess. So we have
Yes.
two. Anyway, there will be
We'll
more.
see you later.
Bye.